Hey guys, and welcome to Alpha Ferg Casting. I'm Alpha Ferg, and I have a huge backlog of stuff to cast. You can see it on the screen. It's like 10 games, so I have a lot of stuff to do. But I also just woke up. You can see my hair, like this hair. Hang on, so you can see it. What's going on? Hang on here. Look at this hair. Oh yeah, look at that stuff, man. That's what I got in the morning. But I'm going to do some casting. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't casted in a while. I've been super busy with my life. Planning a wedding is hard to do. Plus, I need a job, so if my phone rings during this, I might just hang up because... Or I might just end the cast right there no matter what's happening because I need a job, and I'm expecting a phone call any day telling me whether I have one or if I have to keep looking, and it's very, very frustrating. So, let's go into a game. I wanted to start out with a fun 3v3, right? 3v3, isn't that exciting? I'm looking forward to it, because this is gonna be Byron for UC Davis, of course. Well, what is this map? Jackovasaur and Edsdover as the Protoss Terran Zerg combo against Saral Terran, Mirror Zerg, and Protoss Juicy Fruit. Not Juicy Fruit, Juicy Fruit. So this is actually a totally even race matchup. We got PTZ against PTZ, and I don't know what this map is called, but I see there's 2 watchtowers here. I'm kind of excited because I don't get a chance to cast 3v3s very often. And what is that noise? I really hope the mic isn't picking that up. I'm going to turn the mic a little bit because that is a horrible squeaky noise coming from outside. That's really annoying, isn't it? The cat agrees. Okay. I'll open up the window later. What's going on in the game now that I'm not being driven insane by a noise? We've got... Not too much. This game is pretty slow, actually. Nothing too proxy. In fact, all the players are just building workers. Is this a normal 3v3? I don't play 3v3s. So, if people build workers in team games, this is news to me. And it looks like Eds is calling out the first hit. Let's kill this yellow guy. This guy's pretty mean. Juicy Fruit. He doesn't even know how to spell juicy. Does he deserve to live? I don't think so. Byron is throwing down his first expansion. Wow, what is this? Mirror? Mirroring it. Oh my god, is Mirror just like playing? He's scouting, map hacking what Byron's doing and doing the exact same thing. Throw down a gas. Mirror should throw down a gas as well. No, he goes spawning pool first. Oh, this isn't even a Mirror build. Mirror is deviating from his Mirror build. And in the meantime, Edsdover is going to lose his poor probe in this base. But that's okay. Oh man. So players are starting to tech towards that tier 1 army. You can see Marines, Zealots coming out. Spawning pools are going to be done in a few minutes, so we'll see Queens and Lings. And then we'll hopefully start to see some cool engagement. You can see Byron moving his Overlord over here. And one nice thing you can do with a Protoss Zerg combination is rush to Blink Stalker and use the Overlord to spot, and you can jump across this kind of gap here. So we'll see if they choose to use that later in the game. You can see Byron mainoring some drones here. And taking a look at the drone count, it looks pretty even. The UC Davis players are a little bit behind. I'm trying to do really fast math in my head. Yeah, they're a little bit behind, but that's okay because everyone's throwing down some production buildings. Stalkers coming out. You can see units starting to head off across the map. This is nuts. I can't even focus on like a single build. There's a 1-1-1 going on over here, and here's a bio opening, and we've got standard Zerg play with the 2 base, and oh my god, he's expanding to the gold right next to his buddy, and it's going to get scouted almost immediately by this Overlord. What the hell, man? Is this how we play? It's like 5 minutes in the game, and there's no push. I don't understand 3v3 at all. Looks like Byron's starting to get his Zerglings as well as Mirror. Actually, no, Mirror's just droning about as hard as a man can drone. And in the meantime, it looks like Jackovasaur is just going to focus on some bio. And Eds is getting that blink that we talked about earlier, but this Overlord's a little out of position for that specific strategy. I'm getting excited, and I'm kind of waking up now that I'm seeing there's more exciting units getting out here. And, of course, Byron's scouting this expansion at the gold base. It's not going to live for long. He can just send out his lings to go kill it. Byron saying, hey, guys, look at this. We should kill this. Come on, guys. Look at that awesome Maynarding of his drones. If he can hold it, he has almost instant saturation. But it's interesting why he chose to expand here. Saying claim the watchtower. Eds has his blink stalkers about completed, and these UCDByron players have to start choosing to do stuff, and because this gold base is actually going to be a very huge benefit, and he does have some lings there to defend it. But it looks like they're gonna try to focus on killing Juicy Fruit, especially because he now has 2 bases mining. In the meantime, it looks like Sar is... Oh, look at this blink up using the Overlord's sighting and picking off a ton of probes. But here comes the Protoss reinforcements, and Eds is going to blink out, very safe. And at the same time, Byron moving in with all of these lings, picking off tons of drones. Banshee's moving out in the field. So Byron, better throw down your... He doesn't have... Oh no, there it is. There's a ton of Spore Crawlers. But will they complete in time? Oh my gosh, double Banshee all the way, doing so much damage, picking off a ton of drones. And now it looks like he is just going to lose these Banshees because, I mean, seriously, you're not going to kill that many. Alright, so in this position, you want to move, yeah, feel free to lift them because they're going to live a lot longer. Oh my god, losing so many drones. But in the meantime, it looks like Byron is trying to, he totally took out this base. But here comes Jackovasaur's reinforcements, forcing out the Banshees, and Byron should be safe now that he has all these spawn. Oh my gosh, moving in to the attack, and he's just going to attack the hatchery. You need to be killing these drones, picking off the queen. It's not enough, and Byron's numbers are slowly counting down. But here comes Edsdover. Looks like he's going to try to blink into the Terran base, but he might only pick off a few units. If he could pick off this tank, that would be a huge benefit. Yep, totally picked it off. And in the meantime, picking off an Overseer as well. Not bad. And oh, he's going to do a blink up into the base. Very smart. Maybe picking off another tank, but he's going to start getting his stalkers a little bit caught up, and oh my, they might even get caught by this engagement. I think all of Edsdover's stalkers are going to go down here. Double Immortal is pretty darn strong. Nothing he can do about that. So not too bad of attacks, but unfortunately the UCDByron players are behind in bases. All of the other players have double bases, and only Byron has completed his expansion. And Eds is on the way. Jackovasaur is a Terran player, so he just has to do this kind of stuff. And he can lift off when he's done, and he can land it and have a second base. Pretty smart. Man, this is hard to keep track of. So, I can't even... Yeah, the tech trees. There's Templar coming down for Ed, so maybe Archons. Ooh, Robotics Bay for Juicy Fruit. But if he keeps letting these blinks get in, Ed's running away, smart, don't want to lose a stalker and that kind of thing, but he does pick off a probe or two. And both Terran players just want a command center. That's all they're building right now. When did Mirror get a hive? What is this trickery? He's even getting +2/+2 lings. They're going to be able to do a ton of damage. And Byron is just getting his lair right now. So Mirror on the wall. Who has the greatest tech of all? Definitely the Mirror, man. These Banshees are still hanging out back here. Nice missile turrets. You can see the SCVs took a bit of damage. But it looks like finally the other players are choosing to move off across the map. And this is going to be a scary army, man, because these lings are going to have adrenal glands +2/+2 in a few moments. And there's not that much to fight off against them aside from these High Templar, which probably are going to be turned into Archons. You can see there's the first Archon. You can just select all these and hit C, pound it a bunch of times, and you'll have more Archons. You can see Byron, of course, getting massive shapes of creep. Oh my gosh, right lings into the bio. Very nice. I'm wondering, it looks like these players, though they have an economic lead, they're just kind of sitting back. They're defending their base. They're not really gonna attack. That's kind of a mistake. When you have a lead, you want to attack. But look at this. Here comes Jackovasaur's army combining with Edsdover's. Byron's got his lings moving all the way around. And he'll have +2/+2 as well, though Mirror's is faster and more complete. What's going to happen? I don't know. There looks like they're going to take down the Terran player. Nice decision. He was the last to expand, which means these minerals have the most worth still in them. So if you take out the space, they won't have as much of a loss. They'll have a greater loss. And look at these siege tanks only focusing on the Zealots and Archons, not enough to take them out. And here comes a huge push with a bio in the back. Lings taking out the minerals. This is probably lagging to all hell. But these poor Ling reinforcements from Mirror just aren't enough to take out these Zealots. Here come the Protoss reinforcements. So the UCDByron players will have to turn around, and the Lings are poking away, so they're going to have to focus on something. But with these Archons, oh my god, Colossus in the back, they're going to be able to do so much damage. Byron is running around and going to surround, and he's taking out the Colossus very fast. They are burning up some of the bio, but there's a lot of bio left. And with a nice stim, Byron's Lings are tanking, and all of that army goes down, and it looks like they're going to move in and take out Mirror's base as well. He's trying to reinforce with Lings. In come Byron's Lings to kind of hold off Mirror's Lings, and that base goes down as if it were made of a flimsy piece of paper. Not much there. I'm trying to see if there's any counterattack. No, it looks like Juicy Fruit is just building up his army, and in comes, oh my gosh, poor Mirror. He thought he was ahead in tech, and he was, but he's trying to get 3-3 when he has a giant, massive, super army taken out just about everything, and Mirror is not going to have much left after this. I don't know if he'll be able to get a drone out to rebuild a base somewhere else, but at this point it doesn't look good. Charge lots doing damage to everything. Overlord's going down en masse. It looks like a bunch of Hellions are out on the map for SAR, but they're not going to actually be that good. They might be able to do... they might be able to kill the Lings, especially with siege tank reinforcements. Jackovasaur is angry at the creep, but it's okay because Mirror's just about dead. So Jackovasaur can't expand. Pissed off at Byron, it looks like. So that sucks. But he can actually kill these creep tumors if he wants to, especially the ones blocking. Mirror finally rebuilding his base, but he's going to be so far behind. All they really have for themselves are the tech. SAR has he opened 1-1, so he has this kind of tech. The Raven, he has lots of Blue Flame Hellions, and he has Siege Tank numbers. There is Colossus over here. But this is a huge army, and look at that scan. They're seeing it. They're going, oh, that's scary, man. Let's not do that. Jesus Christ, Byron. Could you spread more creep? UCDByron is just going to take that base. So Sar is going to have to lift off and expand way over there. Oh my gosh. Speedlings getting into this army, tanking a ton of the damage. The Colossi are focusing on the Speedlings, but they have this huge damage. Look at this surround. It's almost like a giant arc of something. And there is even Arkhams here for Juicy Fruit, but they're just going to get picked off by everything. And Juicy Fruit leaving the game, Sar leaving the game, Mirror leaving the game. GG, UC Davis is victorious just because they built more units and attacked cohesively. Very strong play. I really liked it. I'm going to reset the stream, get us into game 2, so I will see you guys soon.